you?
Good, thanks. We have Sam here with us today. Can you tell us a little bit about your history, so just what's bothering you at the moment, and then we'll run through with that.
No problem. So I got this tight upper shoulders, and that probably comes with being a mom of two.
Yes,
running around, like just keeping all that energy inside of you, you know, stress and all of that.
Yes.
You don't have a second to yourself. So yeah, there's no time to just relax those muscles or take a deep breath. It's just go, 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 go.
100%.
So yeah, other than that, nothing really that's bothering me.
Okay, cool. And you're a mom. How
Yes.
long ago? Congratulations. How long ago did you have your
So
kids?
they're 17 months now.
Okay, cool. So you're still quite fresh postpartum.
Yes.
Alrighty. How many kids?
2.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Twins, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Lovely. So we are also going to look a little bit at like abdominal activation.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have you done anything postpartum, like any rehab work or any exercise?
Just recently started walking with my friend on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Started doing exercise at home. Nothing strenuous or hectic, because obviously after kids, you know, you need to build up slowly. But other than that, no, I've really wanted to, but there's just been no time.
Okay. Did like the docs or anyone recommend you to do some rehab afterwards, or was it kind of just when you're feeling better, go and exercise?
Yes, yeah. So when the scar healed, because they were C-section, he was like, as long as that's healed, you're good to go.
Okay. Yes. I actually want to take this time to just address it as well. And I think any postpartum mommies watching this, a lot of the time you kind of just get left to your own defenses, because there's so much focus on mommy when you have the babies inside you, because it's all about you, because you are the incubator of these beautiful little humans. But then as soon as the babies come out, it's all about them.
You're forgotten.
Exactly. And it's so important, and I think just for moms everywhere to know that as soon as you're postpartum, finding the time to, number one, go to see a pelvic floor physiotherapist, because they will also help address any kind of dysfunction in like your abdominals, and they'll also give you like a really nice idea of when you can start exercising and like what exactly, like the types of exercises you can do to try and recover, because it's a lot. Like if you think about it, everything in your stomach has been now stretched and expanded for like, and especially in that last trimester, that's almost 3 months of this like excessive stretching. And now all of a sudden it's expected to just be back to normal.
That's
not it's not going to happen. It's like running a marathon, getting injured, and expected to go straight back into the marathon. It ain't going to happen. So what we're going to look at, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this dysfunction, like you said, it's stress related. You don't have time to exercise because you're so busy running after the kids. But more than likely as well, your posture would have shifted slightly due to becoming habitual from having the excessive weight in front and then everything happens in front. You pick them up, you breastfeed in front, you hold them on your hip, or in your case, hold both in your hands. So there's a lot that happens that if you don't prep your body, everything kind of goes out of whack, because now you're just like in this
survival mode.
Exactly. And you're like, I need to put myself second because I need to put them first.
Well, that's exactly it.
And it's kind of important just to have like small manageable things that you can do at home where you can start putting yourself first so you can be the best for them. Okay, so cool. We're going to look at your abdominal activation, and we will start with a roll down just to see like your mobility in your spine and if there's any like movement dysfunctions. And then we're actually going to do an exercise called a roll up, because I find that it's a really nice exercise to kind of gauge your core activation as well as connection to your core. And then we'll run through a couple exercises that might help. Okay, the neck for me is kind of like a secondary thing, because even just looking at your posture at the moment, you do have slight rounding in the shoulders. You've got a little bit more of what we call an anterior tilt in your pelvis. So all those things, as you slowly adjust them, it should help to take the strain away.
Okay, good.
And also if you can just have a little bit of like quiet time for yourself, 10 minutes in the morning or whenever you have throughout the day to just focus on yourself, it might just slowly assist with that anyway. I will give you a nice gentle stretch you can do though, just in case.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to look at our roll down first. So to do our roll down, you're going to start with your feet together. Lovely. We make a small V position with our toes, and then you widen your heels so that your feet are parallel. Good. This helps us to keep our heels underneath our hip bones. And I'm actually just looking a little bit at your spine now as well when you're standing, and I have a sneaky suspicion you have a mild scoliosis as well.
Okay.
Which I will check after your roll down, because sometimes it becomes evident in the roll down.
Okay.
And that might be also why you're getting a little bit of tension.
Right.
Quite common with mummies, because a lot of the time you end up doing everything one-sided.
Yes. Yeah.
So if it is a scoliosis, it's probably what we call postural, and it should fix itself over time if you just get the correct exercises. Yes. Okay. So we're going to start with your arms just hanging down, taking a nice deep breath in through your nose, feel your ribs expand to the sides. Good. Just breathe out through your mouth. Good. On your next one, when you breathe in, I want you to try to be conscious of keeping your shoulders soft. Okay, so we don't want to breathe into the upper chest. We want to imagine that the ribs are expanding to the side like a balloon blowing up inside your chest. Okay, let's go again. Take a deep breath in. Better. Good. And on your exhale, gently nod your chin to chest like you're holding a peach between your chin and chest. And then you slowly curl down as if you're peeling your spine away from a wall, one bone at a time. And I'm just going to come around the side here so that I can see for any changes. Wonderful. And you go down as far as you can. Beautiful. Just letting your arms hang. Can you just soften your knees slightly for me? Just like a little unlock. Oh, and we can really see how hard that is, because the body wants to just lock those knees for stability. And then shift your weight slightly through to your toes. Good. Yeah, better. So now our bum's a little bit more over those heels.
Okay.
Then we take a nice deep breath in here, and on your breath out, we slowly curl back up again, stacking your spine one bone at a time. And guess what? I was able to see the scoliosis. And gently breathe in on your exhale. Draw that chin to chest, holding a peach between your chin and chest as you slowly curl down one bone at a time. Good. Once again, just keeping your knees slightly unlocked. Lovely. And let's hope that the second time around it hasn't corrected itself. It sometimes does happen with postural scoliosis. Okay. And it hasn't. Okay, so the reason why I can see it is you can actually see that your rib cage on one side is slightly more raised than on the other side.
Okay.
Yours is quite minor, and then also you're pulling to the right. So your head is actually going more to the right than to the left, because this side is getting contracted and slightly rotating up. So your ribs are slightly raised on this side.
All right.
So I was correct about the scoliosis. Yours is mild, but in someone who's got quite a severe one, you can actually see quite a big like little hump on one side. Okay. Now what I want you to do is just you're going to elongate this waistline a little bit. Good. Without letting your hips tilt. Yes, so we can get into the center. Now your head is in line with your tailbone. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Slowly curl back up again. Good. Trying to keep this waistline a little bit shortened. Good. Like you're trying to connect your rib and hip together. Yes, good. And then you're coming all the way up one bone at a time. And this is more than likely the reason for your neck being sore.
Oh, wow.
Okay, because as soon as you have shortening on one side, this is going to tilt, your body's going to try and adapt, and then everything gets tight, because you have the long muscles that come from the back here as well that are going to get shortened on one side more than the other, and then you get like this diagonal overload. So I don't know if it is the case in your case, but I would assume that your left side is worse than the right.
Yes. Yeah. And I was trying to compensate.
Yes, because your right side is the tight side in your middle spine, which generally then the left upper spine and the left lower spine is usually worse in most cases. It's not the same with everyone, but general patterns, that's where the problems are. Okay, so now we're going to look at a roll up just to see your activation. Okay, all right. I'm going to move around so I'm not blocking the camera. All right. So this one as well, just like with our roll down, you want to try and articulate the spine, one bone at a time. Okay, so we're going to reach our fingertips up to the sky, palms are facing your toes. Good. And I want you to anchor your shoulder blades down here, because already your shoulders want to try and help out. Okay, while we hold it here, think about knitting your ribs together. So just take a breath out. Good. Now keep the ribs knitting together. So if you're going to breathe in, you breathe into the sides of your ribs. Inhale, lower your arms just alongside your ears, or as low down as you can without letting your ribs pop up. Good. So then you stop there. Okay. Exhale, lift your head and your chest as you reach your fingertips towards your toes. Good. Get those arms down so they're going towards those toes. Good. Are you able to peel your spine off? Good. Yes. And then find your length in your spine sitting up nice and tall. So already one thing that I can see is that you do what we call lumbar blocking. So it's been This kind of comes up like a board instead of peeling and rounding. So we'll work on a little bit of articulation in the lower spine. It's quite common postpartum because when you have big baby, always like this, or in your case, babies. So you don't often do this articulatory type motion, and then the lower spine gets a bit stuck. Okay. So let's see if we can get it on the way down. So growing up tall, open up your chest slightly. Good. Now on the way down, I want you to focus on, imagine you're like a scared dog pulling your tail between your legs. So take a deep breath in. Start with that lower spine. So tuck from here, like someone's giving you a punch in the tummy. More. Keep tucking. Keep tucking. Good. And then slowly come down and focus on that tuck. Focus on tucking even more. Even more. Good. Take your head back with you. Don't forget your chin and chest. Good. How did that feel?
Good.
Tough.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is do some easier exercises first and come back to this. Arms down by your sides. Lovely. We're going to bend our knees. So we're going to work on articulation first. Bring your feet closer towards your bum, and well done on knowing how to find fist width.
Thank you.
Fast learner.
I try.
Okay, so while we're here, I want you to reach your fingertips towards your toes so that we glide those shoulders away from the ears. Good. And then we think about making our collarbones wide, so we anchor those shoulders against the mat. Lovely. Now you already have quite a bit of tightness over here. It's quite normal because everything you do runs again, you hear.
Yes.
So we want to try and open up as much as possible without popping up those ribs. Yes. Now take a deep breath in. On your exhale, just start with that tailbone. Tuck your tailbone under, flatten your back against the mat. Yes, and as you flatten, just hold here for a second. Think about gently scooping your abdominals away from your tights, just below that belly button. Good, it's just a gentle, kind of like it's ice cream melting. Good, and then slowly release your spine on your inhale back to that neutral position. So you're opening up a little blueberry space. Yes, and then you go again. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, flatten your back. Lovely. Oh, look at that beautiful scoop. And inhale, slowly release. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more here. Exhale, tuck that tail, flatten your back. Good. Gently draw those abdominals away from those tights. And inhale, slowly release. Now we're going to take it one step further and go into a lift. Don't forget to gently press your arms down as you lift. We exhale, tuck your tailbone, flatten your back. Slowly peel your spine off one bone at a time as you lift your bum. Beautiful. Good. And we're going to pause here, keeping that tailbone tucked under. Can you feel those glutes engaging?
Yes.
Oh, good. We take a deep breath in and exhale, slowly melt back down again. 1 vertebra at a time. Beautiful. Until we come all the way to neutral. Lovely. Watch those ribs. And then we go again. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, flatten your back, slowly peel your spine off. So this movement that we're doing right now is exactly the same movement that happens in the roll-up, just in reverse. We go from the top to the bottom. Okay. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale, slowly melt back down again. 1 bone at a time. Beautiful. We're going to do 1 more. Deep breath in, keep those collarbones wide. Exhale, tuck the tail, scoop your abdominals, slowly flatten that back. Ooh, come down again for me. Flatten even more before you lift. Yes, there we go. Good. Now lift that bum up. Beautiful. Gently scooping those abdominals from tights. Yes. Hold it here. Reach your fingertips long on your mat. Yes. Deep breath in and exhale. Slowly melt down like someone's pushing a boot onto your chest. 1. Good. Keep your chin slightly tucked for me. Bone at a time. Good. So you can actually even see how your neck tightness when you come down. So when you're trying to get that articulation, that helps to stretch those back muscles. But because they're so tight, they want to pull your neck up like this. So you also just need to focus on keeping that space there. Easy way to do it is you can even grab like a bundle of socks, like a big sock ball, or even a tennis ball, and then just gently hold it there. And if you feel it roll away, then you know
that would be easier to know.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Let's see if anything's happened with articulation. Not guaranteed, but it'd be nice to just check. So let's lengthen those legs out away from you. I am going to assist you because your abdominals are not magically going to be better. But let's check our articulation. So we reach the fingertips up to the sky. Good. Lengthen your arms over your head, just as far as you can without letting those ribs pop. Good. Take a nice deep breath in as you lift your arms to the sky. Exhale, reach your fingertips to toes, lift the head and the chest, flatten that back. Yes, and then reach those fingertips to toes. better. There's still a little bit of hinging, but it's definitely better. And we find that length in the spine. Good. And then we go again. Exhale, scoop your lower abdominals. Remember, where's that scared dog? Good. Fingertips a little bit lower. Yes, you're doing like the advanced version. Much easier. Good. Okay. How did that feel going down second time?
That was better.
But easier. Yes. Your neck was also in a better position. Okay. You didn't end up scrunching down like this, which is good. Yay. Okay. Let's work on this abdominal activation. So the easiest way to do this, especially postpartum, because we really want to get the connection, because that's the biggest thing that's lacking. It's not necessarily strength, it's connection. Yes. So we're going to go on to all fours. Okay. Hands and knees, please.
This way?
Oh, either way. Whichever way you're more comfortable, okay? Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Good. Do you have any issues with your wrists with putting weight through them? No. Okay. Widen your feet and knees fist width for me. Good. How big's your fist?
Oh.
All right. Bring your hands just a little bit further forward for me.
Okay.
Yeah, just so that we're not putting so much tension on an acute angle on that wrist. Okay. So lovely positioning. You've got a beautiful position here. And I'm going to do this without using my hand. Okay. But at any point, if you're not getting the connection, are you okay with me just putting my hand on your tummy?
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Cool. So all I want you to do is breathe in. Let your tummy relax all the way down as if gravity is dragging it to the floor. Good. And now breathe out and lift it up towards your spine just gently. Good. Without sucking. Can you feel how this wants to start to move?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's too fast.
Okay.
So a little bit more arch in the lower back here. Good. Because we want that neutral spine. So once again, you breathe in, you let your tummy completely relax into your tights. Good. And then exhale, gently lift just a little bit away. Yes. Good. And again, inhale. Good. And exhale, gentle release. Beautiful. Slightly lift your head until you feel my fingers, but keep your chin tucked in. Okay. Yes, good. Okay. And then I also just want you to tilt your head a little bit to the left until you feel my fingertip. Yes.
Right.
Just correcting that scoliosis. No, okay. And again, inhale. Let the tummy relax. This time as you exhale, press your shins down into the mat and think about just gently lifting those abdominals away from the tights. Good. And then inhale, keep shoving your shins down and let that tummy relax. And then exhale, gently draw those tummy muscles up as you squeeze those shins down. Yes. Can you feel it? It's tough work, even though you're not doing much. And again, inhale, relax your stomach completely. Good. And exhale, press those shins down as you gently draw. Good. So just keep going for me. I'm going to explain why we do this. Okay. The reason why we do this is we need to fix the breathing dysfunctions. We forget to use our diaphragm when we're pregnant because there's so much pushing up on it. So by doing belly breathing, which is not necessarily the main breathing we use in Pilates, but it helps to re-engage that diaphragm and make the full use of that diaphragm, and then gently drawing it away. And also in this position, we get a little bit of extra resistance from gravity. This helps you just rewire the breathing connection, which is so important because you're not going to get the correct activation of your transversus muscle without the correct breathing. Okay. And all we're doing is we're adding a little bit of difficulty by shoving those shins down.
Yes.
Now what we're going to do is just add a little bit more difficulty because it's about layering. It's about finding that connection and then keeping that connection. Okay. So now take a deep breath in. Let the tummy muscles just relax down fully. And then breathe out. Shove your right shin down and lengthen your left leg behind you, just keeping your toes on the mat. Good. You keep your left knee up for me. Beautiful. We're going to do the opposite side now. So finding that nice neutral position. Good. This time when you go, and also once again, just shorten your left neck a little bit. So just slide, bend a little bit. Good. There we go. Okay. So this time when you go, try and keep even pressure. So you don't want to feel your pressure shifting more into your left leg. You're trying to stay in the center. So even if you don't push your leg all the way straight, you go as far as you can. Because it's more about the connection. So take a deep breath in, let the tummy fill into the tights, and then exhale, gently draw the abdominals up, shove the right shin down and slide the left leg behind you without getting that weight shift. Can you feel how you came closer? Good. Keep going. Lovely. Stop, because already I can see this hip is starting to dip a bit. So just lift your knee off of the floor a bit. Yes, good. And then slowly drag it back on your inhale. Good. And think about pressing that foot down as you drag it in. Good. And then we're going to go to the other side.
Okay.
Exhale, gently lift those abdominals away from tight. Slide your opposite leg behind you without letting yourself sit down.
I felt that. There we go.
Good. Very nice. Good. There we go. You see, and already just by getting the connection, your body's able to do the exercise easier. Perfect. And we slowly slide back again.
Oh, I felt that.
Oh, there it is. Okay, good. So if you need to, what you can do with your breathing is instead of using your inhale on the way back, you can inhale, pause.
Okay.
Exhale, pull it back.
Okay, maybe.
Okay, because then that gives you a little bit more vomit. So let's try it again. Inhale. On your exhale, lift those abdominals, shove your shin as you slide the opposite leg back behind you. Beautiful. Then breathe in and pause and exhale, slowly come back. Lift your head slightly for me. Good. But keep that chin tucked in. I'm giving you lots of things to think about as you do the exercise.
That's okay.
Good. Okay. Did you see how that was even better?
That was
the
better.
More you do it, the easier it is for the body to connect. And the most important thing, you can come up for kneeling with me here. The most important thing is just making sure you get the small connections. You do it until it feels like it's second nature. Okay. And if you're not sure if you're swaying, you can put yourself up against a wall so that your hip is just next to the wall, so that when you slide back, you'll feel if you move over and touch. Okay. And then, so it'll be not the leg that you're moving. Your opposite hip is up close to the wall. Okay. And then you just do one side, 10 of those. Other side, 10 of those. Okay, cool. Let's see if there's been any change in your roll-up activation. I'd be very intrigued to see. Okay, so we're going to lengthen our legs out in front of us. Once again, you're in a seated position. Move yourself forward for me. Good. This time we're just going to start in sitting and then come back up to sitting, because that's where we're going to finish. Okay, cool. Squeeze those feet and your toes together. Good, and we're pulling the toes up to the sky. Right. Arms reach out in front of you, palms facing down, and we just relax those shoulders. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Find a little bit more length in that spine. Good. And then exhale. Start from those lower abdominals. Tuck your tailbone. Scared dog. Good. Slowly roll down. Beautiful. Keeping that peach base. Keep tucking. Keep tucking. Keep tucking. Beautiful. Draw your head back with you. Good. All the way down. Reach your arms up to the sky. Lovely. Inhale, lift your arms alongside your ears. Good. Knitting those ribs. Beautiful. Exhale. Lift your fingertips up to the sky. Reach your fingertips down towards your toes as you lift your head and your chest and peel the spine off. You got it? Yes, there we go. Did you see how after you got the tuck, it was a bit easier? Yeah. I was actually not even using my hands. Although my hands were resting, they were hovering above. So it was just that last little bit. I gave you a little bit of a tap. So.
No, well, that's fantastic, because I can't do sit-ups anymore after the children.
You shouldn't need to. You need to work on slow connection first. Okay, sit-ups will come later once the body is able to actually connect correctly. So focus on that position. Once you can do the leg and it feels like second nature, add in an arm. Do the arms. Then do opposite arm, opposite leg. And only after that, then you start looking at adding in movement. So that's when you can do like a knee hover. So all fours and lift the knees, and then you can do alternate knee dips, because then you get some twisting at the same time. So there's all of these things that you can slowly start adding and incorporating. But for now, the connection is the most important part. Okay. And I do want to just go through one more thing with you. So this is more something that you can kind of do on the daily, because you're not always going to be like, hold on, kids. I just need to quickly okay, I'm ready.
Let me do this
So I just want to teach you how to activate it in sitting, because you can also, same thing in sitting, standing, you'll be able to just practice the breath work. So swing your feet onto the floor for me. You're going to find your hip bones.
Okay.
Good. And then you're going to walk your fingers in around the front of the hip bones, just 2 fingers in. Good. And then you're going to go 1 finger down towards where the crease of your hip is. Good. Take a deep breath in, and then I want you to cough. Can you feel how it bulges up?
Yeah.
Okay. Those are the bad abs.
Okay.
They're the ones that are the overachievers. They will take over all the load so that the transversus abdominis doesn't have to work. Okay. Now what I want you to do is just take a deep breath in, and then on your exhale, think about gently drawing your abdominals away from your fingers. And it's just a little draw in, and you might even feel them like flatten out a bit, like an elastic band tightening.
Yeah.
Good. Then you inhale again, and you breathe it out. Good. And you just practice this, getting that gentle draw in. You can do it standing. You can do it when you're walking. it's just a little bit harder because all the other muscles are also activating.
Okay.
But like if you're sitting by the TV and the kids are mellow and chilled and they're doing their own thing, do 10 to 15 breaths, just practicing that activation and connection, because if you get that activation, it'll help you with all the other exercises that you do. Okay. Because that bugger, he loves to be turned off.
No, that it does.
So you practice that, and you know you've gone too far if you start to feel the muscle bulging up. Because sometimes if we try and force it, like if we do like a then you end up using the wrong one. So it's just a gentle, and you just think about a little bit of a draw in, and you can do it before bed. Lying on your back, do a couple breaths, and then you add on to it, leg lift.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions?
For my scoliosis, you said.
Yes.
Is there any exercises that would help with that?
So there are a few. The biggest thing is also just awareness. So when you're in the mirror, number one, check that your head is not tilting to the right. So we need to start retraining. Then yours is not extremely obvious, but if you look at your ribs, when your arms are hanging down, you'll see that one side looks a lot closer to your arms than the other. So you're essentially trying to make the space between your arms and your sides even. So you can look in the mirror and just try and fiddle and adjust until you see that you've got an even space between arms and sides of your body or the waistline. In terms of exercises, biggest thing I would say is probably a side plank prep, which I'll show you now, just on the left-hand side, because the right-hand side at the moment is like this. So we actually want to lengthen out that side and strengthen the opposite side. So to do that, what you can do is just sit on your, is this your left side? Yes. Your left thumb cheek for me. Put your right elbow down and swing your feet onto the floor. So you're still going to be facing to kneel for me. Head is going to go this way.
Oh, that way, yes.
Good. I'm not the only one, but swing your feet up onto the mat. Good. Keep your knees bent for me. Feet are in line with your bum. Good. Elbows underneath your shoulder. Lovely. Top hand is on your hip. Now, what we want to do is we want to think about lifting out. So you're pushing your elbow down into the mat. Good. And then you'll see you make like this lovely triangle shape underneath your body. Okay. Bring your head back a bit for me so it's in line with your spine. So when you do this, you look forward and you can actually see in the mirror here how you've got that beautiful straight line from your head all the way through. Your knees are stacked on top of each other. Hips are stacked on top of each other. Then we take it one step further. We take a deep breath in. And then breathe out. Just lift your hips off of the mat, keeping your knees and feet down. Beautiful. And we can hold it here. Oh, it's nice and tough, hey?
Lovely.
Wonderful. Okay. And you hold it here for 10 to 30 seconds, depending on how you're feeling. You breathe, and then you slowly on your inhale, lower back down again. And you can do 5 to 8 reps of those. Okay. Just on the left-hand side. But the biggest thing here is you lift. So lift up for me again. Stay looking forward. Lovely. Making sure that you're not shortening this here. So you need to lengthen a little bit in the right side of your neck. Yes, because then this all switches off. You need to push hard into that elbow. Yes, like you want to push out of the shoulder socket. Can you feel? Because as soon as you sink here, it starts to pinch in there. And then you're not actually getting the work in the side body. And then slowly lower back down for me. So those are the 2 key things to focus on when you're doing this. Because if you set up correctly, hips, knees, feet, you get that little wedge shape underneath your lower waistline. Then when you're actually doing the exercises, those are the only 2 things you need to focus on.
Perfect. And so when I came in, I was a bit tight up here. As I mentioned, my core wasn't connected. But now through all these exercises and your help, I feel much better, much more relaxed here. And much, not strength, but my connection is much better with my core.